And Joe, it sounds like you have a really cool experiment that even ties into that launch that we saw earlier this week. What do you have going on over there?
Yeah, so I'm standing in front of our planetarium where we've got our Worlds Beyond Earth show going on right now that you can see when you come to COSI. But I wanted to talk about the launch that happened yesterday of the Blue Origin New Shepard rocket. So it successfully went up with a crew and came back down. So to get a rocket up into space, you need thrust. In the case of the rocket yesterday, it was a thrust of about 400 million pounds. Which is a lot.
Okay, that sounds like a really big number.
Simulated in a very much smaller scale, I've got a little bulb filled with air and then a rocket. So it works under the exact same principle though. If I make the air come into the rocket, it's gonna make the rocket shoot. So I'm just gonna force it like that. So it's Newton's third law. The fuel, in this case air, in the case yesterday was burning liquid oxygen and hydrogen. It comes out the back. That means that the rocket has to go in the opposite direction. In this case, we want it to go up. But then once it gets up there, you got to get back down. So in the case of the rocket launch yesterday, the crew capsule came back down with parachutes, and then the booster itself that it had separated from actually landed back on the ground with additional rockets, all controlled by computers. So it's pretty cool. But when things re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, they get very hot because of something called ablation. It's related to friction, so if you rub your hands together, you feel that they get warm. But what this is something like this meteorite, which is a real meteorite that fell to from space.
That's pretty cool.
Atmosphere, and the air under it is getting compressed. And when you compress it enough, it gets so hot that it'll actually burn things. So we have to put special shielding on the bottom of spacecraft. To show what that does, I have a little bit of toilet paper that I've balled up, and I put it inside my tube here, and I have no other ignition source. There's no spark. I don't have like a lighter under here anywhere. All I'm gonna do is compress the air in this tube, and it's actually gonna light the piece of toilet paper on fire.
What? That's crazy.
This is the same thing that happens inside a diesel engine. They don't have spark plugs, it's all air compression. So if I push this down hard enough and watch like right here, it actually ignited. Now I've got a way to show that to you a little bit closer. I'm gonna bring it up to the camera. I've got my handheld version. So again, there's a little piece of toilet paper inside here and no other ignition source. And I just got this plunger. And if I push it, I'm gonna find the camera here. If I push it down fast enough, it actually ignited that, and there's smoke coming out of the tube here.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Exactly what's happening when something like a meteor or a human-launched spacecraft has to come back into the atmosphere. So pretty neat.
Oh, that's so cool. And I noticed too, yeah, you're sitting in front of the planetarium. I think especially with that launch, you have a lot of cool stuff over at COSI that ties into NASA and just space in general. What else can people see linked to if they want to maybe even find out more about space in that rocket launch?
Yes, if you're going to go to COSI's website, you can learn more about our space exhibition. But the best place to go learn about space in COSI's the planetarium, as I mentioned. Our show that we have right now is called Worlds Beyond Earth, and it is an entire show all about all the different worlds in our solar system that humans have explored. In the case of the moon, we've actually sent people there. Mars, we hope to send people there sometime soon. But all the different probes that have been all over our solar system, just kind of like retracing the history of human space exploration, which we're continuing, to this day.
Oh, well, that is awesome. And let me see, anything else going on over at COSI that we should know about? Do people still need to make those reservations if they want to come out and visit?
Yeah, if you want to come to COSI, best thing to do is to go to our website, or you can actually get our app from the app store of your choice. You can purchase your tickets, you can get the planetarium schedule, all of those things. But right now we've got two special exhibitions. I'm pointing down the hallway to one of them. It's called Animation Academy, going through the history of animation, how animation works, and some of your favorite characters that you probably remember. And then at the other end of COSI, we've got Cuba, which is our other special exhibition in partnership with the American Museum of Natural History. It's, for me, the most gorgeous exhibition that I've seen since I've worked here. It's beautiful to look at. There's a lot to learn and see in there.
And I had a chance to check out both of those. I can confirm they're a lot of fun, and there's a lot that you can learn by checking them out. Well, Joe, thank you so much for taking time to show us that awesome experiment. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more people who are curious about space after that launch this week.
I hope so.
And well, thanks again. And remember, you can check out cosi.org or head over to our website, nbc4i.com, to watch that experiment again. Thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.